I want to know about your new Wells. I heard he was sexual or rather sensual.
I can't believe that's becoming a thing already. It's amazing what you toss out and then suddenly it comes back to you and you're like, wait, what? Oh, that's right, because it's media. Well, clearly, he's going to be sensual.
Obviously.
And then with the 8 o'clock time slot, this is the very thing where you like put something in front of somebody that's like, oh, I did it unthinkingly. The Wells that we're going to try and muster this year will be an adventure, a bit of a swashbuckler, a little bit of a rogue. Will fit into the overall story that we're trying to tell, which is always nice when we can do that. Like last year we had me as Sherlock tracking down me as Reverse Flash, and that was a delight to get a chance to play. And this year he'll fit into the story, which in ways I can't kind of reveal, but I can tell you. Yes, adventure, intrigue, deceit, and a modicum of sensuality.
What's his fashion sense, the new Wells?
You had Tom Waits on a safari who didn't mind doing a little zip lining and Indiana Jonesing. Do you know what I mean? Like snakes, why do it have to be snakes?
All I can see in my head is Tom Waits on the Jungle Cruise for some reason.
Imagine Tom Waits and Indiana Jones by a campfire, maybe.
Okay.
And blend those two things together, and what would they wear? Maybe that's something. Maybe not. That'll come back to me, and I'll be like, I should have never said that to you guys.
It must be amazing though to every season have not just a fresh character to play, but also you get to play Reverse Flash as well. Like, I get you're like 6 seasons in now, but I guess it's never boring for you, right?
Well, it's interesting. It's like, I think my perspective on the show is a little different than maybe some of the younger castmates, only because I think I understand it to be fleeting, maybe more than they do, because in my generation shows like Cheers or Seinfeld or Friends, shows that lasted the longest, feel like they've been over forever. And so to be on a show that's long running is a rarity in and of itself, and something that's happened in 30 years of doing this very rarely. And so I think there's mostly, I approach it from gratitude. And then when you're on a show that's a long running show and you have a chance to like develop more than one character, that's an amazing privilege. I wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for the fact that I'm the Joker to the Batman, but as the Reverse Flash to Flash, but you can't tell that story. You just simply can't tell that story. And we did that. And after we did season 1, Greg and Berlanti, I assume everyone knows who.
Right.
It was kind of like, because we'd done a couple shows together, and both of them, one had lasted 1 season, the other one lasted 3, but didn't, always had the sword of Damocles hanging over it.
It was a great show.
Cheers. It's all great. But in this one, it was like, I remember him saying, we get a chance to do the Flash. I just want to have that DVD on my, 1 year DVD on my desk, did that, And I think Greg proceeds from humility and didn't expect it to be. Back then, you have to remember, when this show started, he wasn't like the Greg Berlanti, it's all good things come to a guy like that. I think he's phenomenal. He's an incredible showrunner. He's a man who's got, didn't ink like a $400 million deal. He's still the humble guy that I knew when we did Jack and Bob. He's an incredible guy. But I think when we finished season 1, we were like, okay, that's it. Right. We did Flash versus Reverse Flash, and then it's like, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like that was.
Did you think you were done with the show?
Well, there was some discussion about just playing Harrison Wells, and I wasn't interested. It was like I was there to be the Reverse Flash, and then the idea was like, well, if we're always going to need the villain, what if we came down this avenue that we've gone down now and created 17 different people? Again, like, we didn't walk into the show going like, we'll do the Reverse Flash and 17 different Sherlock Wells, but now that was a necessity that's born out of the fact that the show managed to sustain itself. And so for me to be the guy that is on a long-run show and playing multiple characters and the villain, it's a tremendous situation.
Can you tease anything about how this new iteration of Wells comes into play? Or?
I better not, only because they're panicked. They had a leak earlier and they were like lost their minds. I'm like, everyone's good. It's not as important as we think, but I don't want to cause any more stress.
Is he someone we're introduced like right away, or will it be like a couple episodes?
Yeah, I think probably a couple episodes in, but it'll be different than the normal. If any of you have ever watched The Flash. I don't.
I've never seen it.
I don't mean. It's not disingenuous. I'm Canadian. We don't expect. I'm always surprised. Oh, you watch? Really? Just how it is. It's a better way to approach it, like expecting that people don't watch your stuff. But there's generally a format that we introduce the new character in, and this will be different than that in terms of like a lot of times this guy needs them, and this year might be quite different than that.
You're wearing a shirt that says Cisco.
Correct.
Do you feel like a real connection to the Cisco character, and that you like the way each time it's a little different in the interactions? I was trying to get the most scenes with.
This is a beach in Nantucket.
Okay. You just happen to have phonetically the same.
Well, I walked in and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is perfect. I love Carlos Valdez, who plays Cisco and on the show. I'm not sure that I'm erudite enough to like express what I think of Carlos. He's a very, very rare talent. Preternaturally gifted individual. You don't often meet someone who can do what he can as a thespian, but also as a musically. He's you guys will be writing about him for
Is he like an
as long as you
auteur?
live. He's yeah. I mean, you can Google his. Gotta go. You Google his like his YouTube songs and his abilities. He's the fact that we got thrown into this thing together is something I will always be grateful for. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.